Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves for the Sony PlayStation 2. We are finally on the last leg of Episode 7. And in order to start this off, we're going to have to play as Bentley. All we have to do is just walk down the ramp.
Okay, guys, let's head down there and win those talons from Jean Bisson. Sly, try to keep a low profile when we get close. We don't want him to recognize you.
And from here, we just make our way to Jean Bisson.
Excuse me, sir. We humble lumberjacks would like to participate in your Lumberjack Games.
Think you got what it takes to win the Clockwerk Talons, eh? Well, I'm sure enough gonna let you play, so long as you pay the entry fee.
Much obliged, partner. We'll, just take our positions for the competition.
Enjoy the moment while you think you still got a chance. It's as close to winning as you'll ever get. This year's first event will be a power chopping contest. Not like anyone's ever gonna beat my record, but let them try.
And from here, we just need to chop the log when the green line is close to the center.
You need to chop strong if you hope to beat me.
And apparently, I didn't do it quickly enough. Or powerfully enough, as the case may be.
Not bad, Hippo.
There we go.
Watch and learn as I destroy that log without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Bassan, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
And from here, we quickly need to make our way to Jean Bisson before we run out of time here. You want to watch where these birds are swooping in from. And I can't believe that happened and I still managed to pull it off. Now we're going to have to wait on the icebergs. Thankfully, we have more than enough time to do it in. And all you can do while you are carrying the egg is walk. You can't hold R1 to run. You can't jump at all. All you can do is just walk on the ground. That's it. And as long as you don't panic, you should be fine.
What? I think you better rethink them scores, boys. What you intended to give me was perfect tens, right? So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
Which should be no problem for Sly. You do want to watch out for the red panels where some of the hooks are. Because those will shock you if you're not careful.
Scrawny raccoon. Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power climbing.
Hurry! Use those grapples to hook onto Bisson. You will need to hook him with all 3 lines to pull him off the wall.
Which means you're gonna have to be quick. How am I pulling this off? Wow, I usually do that in... it usually takes me more time than that to do that.
It seems you have pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever tell any of you the story about the judge from last year's competition who mistakenly gave me a score? other than 10? I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last. The spinning log competition.
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
And you just need to watch the logs carefully. See which ones bob forward. When in doubt, take single jumps unless you really mess up. In that case, you do want to use a double jump. And if that happens, yeah, you're going to have to start over. I thought I could still land on the log while it was still dry in time, and sadly, I could not. The game gives a little bit of leeway, but not too much. And of course, you do want to be careful with your double jumps while you're doing this as well. And I thought I could jump in time. I could not.
Canadian waters?
Yes, I get it. I failed. Let me skip the cutscenes, please, and just get on with this. Really?
Legs of yours just can't move fast enough.
Sometimes it can be pretty hard to tell right off the bat where you need to go. And of course, the logs are going to be random, so you do want to be careful. And, food for thought, you always want to go back to the center log after doing the jumping. That way, you can get a better view of all three logs while you're doing this. I mean, it makes the most sense after all. And I seem to be doing better here, but hopefully I don't... Yeah, I really don't want to mess this up really, really badly. Oh, I'm looking out here.
One lucky turtle, I'll give you that. Now, watch how a skilled log roller does it.
This is crazy. John Bisson's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. Okay, I'm just making this up on the fly, but what if I were to lure the judges one by one into that cave? Once inside, you two will knock them out and take their clothes.
Ingenious! When all three judges have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises and take their place at the judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the cave.
That's a great plan, Sly, but you'll have to move fast. Once John Bisson finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
And now it's time to sabotage the log rolling event for Jean Bisson. I should have done this at the very beginning. We're going to put the alarm clock on L1. And from here, we need to put an alarm clock on this platform. You want to make sure that the judges don't see you. Once you throw an alarm clock towards the cave, run away. If the judges see you, you will have to start this over. So, once again, second platform. Get away. Wait for the judge to make his way towards you. Throw one on the first platform. Then throw one towards the cave and run. And as long as they even simply approach the cave, if they even go anywhere near it, they're done for. This is probably the easiest. This is probably the easiest part of the whole thing to do. Okay, that's going directly into the cave.
consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired. It's the scrawny raccoon and his annoying friends. Well, if you want the challenge, then why don't you just take them?
Well, that went horribly.
Oh, my aching head. Those talons really pack a punch. Sly! Murray! Wake up!
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting headache.
Where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Bison must have thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks like we're pretty well sealed in here. Unless
Unless what?
you can fit through that hole.
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside. If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie. You might be able to help me with these sawmill controls.
While you guys do that, I'll try prying open that steel door. Given enough time, I might be able to make some progress.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley. And remember to shout if I can help you from up here.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine. Just give me a moment to catch my breath.
Well now, Candy Bridges. I should have figured a puny turtle like you'd find a rat hole to squirm through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick 'em up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid. When y'all were unconscious, me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout and found all them clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plunk down a king's ransom for the whole lot. I even threw in the talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand the finer points of commerce. You turtles are too stupid to know a woodcutter from a woodchuck.
That's it. Time I showed you just how stupid we turtles really are. Sly, on my command.
I hear you.
Prepare yourself, Bison. En garde.
Okay, Walnut. Get ready for a smushing.
Call out which lever I should pull.
And it's boss time against John Bison. Unlike other battles, you will have to fight John Bison indirectly. You'll have to press circle for the logs, square for the flame pads, and triangle for the blades. You just have to keep your distance away from the guy and basically get him into the traps on time.
Let's get this varmint.
After enough damage, he will send his minions after you, and that can make things a little more dicey, because one, he'll start using that ram attack on you. And that can happen if you're not paying attention.
Okay.
And three, you have to fight the enemies, not to mention John Bison, indirectly, which makes things a little more dicey as well, even on that front. And if you mess up and lose all your health, you're going to have to start back from square one in this entire battle. Also, John Bison has that ram attack, and that can be tough to dodge if you're not expecting it.
10-4.
Or if you think you're at the proper distance away from him when you're not. Also, he will throw dynamite at you. You do not want to be in the radius of that, because it's going to hurt if you do.
Yep.
And I do not want to use the corner traps unless absolutely necessary,
Come out, boys. Let's get to
because this battle will get a lot more difficult once the blades are involved.
There you
Oh, jeez. Also, in case it's not obvious enough, Jean Bisson does get faster through the battle.
Tarnation. I've been done in by some four-eyed turtle. Times have changed.
Once again, brains triumph over brawn.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Don't forget about me.
You did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bisson. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Okay, enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get the Clockwerk parts back, we need to get onto that blimp.
The silo battery isn't far. If we run, we can make it.
Enough talk, let's move.
And from here, we need to run to the battery that we just drained in a race against time. I made that battle
Shake a leg. That blimp's on its way.
look a little more easy than it was. That is not an easy battle by any means. Also, you want to keep to the right there so you can see the bridge. And there we go. Adrenaline Rush makes this look dead easy.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bisson's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp. It was all so strange. The focus of all our schemes had been stolen from us. Our clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst. He just sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life. I knew I'd have to find a way to make it up to him.
And with that, episode 7 comes to a close. We are now 84% of the way through the game, and we are now at episode 8, the 8th and final episode of Sly 2 Band of Thieves. It really won't be long now. How long did it take to get us through episode 7? 2:12. Not bad. Episode 8 will take us to Arpeggio's blimp, which means we're going to be in a nasty little sky fortress for the final episode of the game. Especially as we're looking for 30 clue bottles one more time. But all that will have to wait until the next video. Join me next time where we start episode 8 off by going for the last set of clue bottles. Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!